Could Wendy Williams' son become her new guardian after her current guardian, Sabrina Morrissey, made a mistake? Well, according to sources, they're saying that that might be an option. And you might never guess who pointed out this possible mistake. Welcome back to the Kempire channel, your number one source for pop culture news in music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. So this past week, we had another Wendy Williams story in regards to her ex-husband, Kelvin Hunter, possibly trying to claim that Wendy Williams defrauded him in their divorce, claiming that there was only $7 million accounted for when they divorced, only to find out because of Wendy Williams' best friend Regina submitting an affidavit into their divorce saying, well, apparently there was an additional $48 million. So it looked as if that Kevin Sr. was stating that he was defrauded, and because he was defrauded, their divorce was null and void and should be vacated. And then we had a lot of other questions of what in the hell would that mean? Would that mean he would take over guardianship of Wendy? What exactly would that mean? As you know, Kevin Sr. has been trying desperately to get some money because he was cut off as soon as Wendy Williams was let go from the Wendy Williams show. He was cut off from his spousal support. Since then, he sued Dubmar Mercury for wrongful termination. Now he's going after Wendy and specifically Sabrina Morrissey, her guardian, saying it needs to be reinstated. He also claimed that Sabrina Morrissey has no jurisdiction in this court representing Wendy because she's not barred in New Jersey. Well, because Kelvin has been prompting all of this conversation, it might lead, according to The Sun, their sources are saying this could possibly open the door for Kevin Jr., her son, or a family member to come in and be the new guardian. All right, let me just break this down for you so you have an understanding, because look, this is where being a lawyer or handling a case like this gets interesting because you have to figure out these different angles. Well, The Sun says that in a court filing exclusively obtained by the U.S. Sun, Wendy's ex, Kevin Hunter Sr., Kelvin, petitioned a New Jersey divorce court to have the star's New York court-appointed guardian, Sabrina Morrissey, removed from the hearing as he claimed that she is not legally allowed to represent the star in the Garden State. They said the Wendy's guardian had 21 days to prove that she was authorized to represent the former talk show host in New Jersey. At the conclusion of that period, Sabrina entered into the court record late this week that she sent papers via overnight delivery to, quote, to register the guardianship in New Jersey. Wendy's ex-husband said in his own papers filed last week that the star's guardian has, quote, committed fraud upon the court by falsely representing she is permitted to appear on Wendy's behalf in their New Jersey divorce case. Kevin Sr. argued that Wendy's New York appointed guardian, quote, intentionally and willfully misled this court by asserting on multiple occasions that she's permitted to represent Mrs. Williams Hunter as her legal guardian. Now, sources close to the case are telling the U.S. Sun that with this new chain of events in motion, Wendy's son, Kevin Jr., or another family member, can start making moves to step in and take over the star's care. Sidebar, after the Wendy Williams documentary, Where is Wendy Williams? I thought the guardianship was up for review this year. Whatever happened to that? We should also note that Wendy Williams was a resident of New York, so it made sense for Sabrina Morrissey if she was going to handle it because she is registered as a guardian here in New York. But this divorce took place in New Jersey. They said there is now a huge opportunity for Wendy Williams' son and the family to make a step forward in Wendy's guardianship. My only concern in regards to Kevin Jr. stepping in as the guardian, I definitely want a family member. I still believe that Kevin Jr. is too young to handle this. And we've seen how he sort of handled his own financial situation, the apartment. I have concerns, but again, he's young. I have concerns with him handling it. I think Wendy's sister, who we saw in the documentary, should be the one to step in. And then maybe in the future, pass that off to Kevin Jr. because she can at least, she's learning the process of what it means to be a guardian. She can teach him and help him be more responsible. So in Kevin Sr.'s filing, Kelvin, he pointed to provisions about a guardian needing to file a petition for guardianship in another state, and that the, quote, notice of petition under this section shall be given in the same manner as notice is required to be given in this state to those persons that would be entitled to notice if the petition were to the appointment of a guardian or issuance of protective order in both the transferring state and this state. Say what you want about Kelvin. Whoever his attorney is, they are trying every angle. Angles that I have never even heard of, but you attorneys, please feel free to weigh in. I can't wait for Stephanie St. Alban to come back so we can talk all about Wendy Williams and everything surrounding her. But he is trying every single angle. I don't think it should work because, look, I don't trust Sabrina Morrissey, but I definitely don't trust Kevin Sr. And that's the other part of why I don't want Kevin Jr. being the guardian, because that's still his father. There's still a relationship. And I still don't think that Kevin Sr. is entitled to anything at this particular point, because you made a lot of money off of Wendy, and what happened to that money? And you had a whole baby on her. They continue. On the court's own motion or upon request of the guardian or of the conservator or conservatee or other person required to be notified of the proceeding, the court shall hold a hearing on a petition filed pursuant to this section. A source close to the case said that means Kevin Jr. and Wendy's family should be notified about the guardian going for guardianship in New Jersey over the former daytime talk show host. Because remember, with the whole New York part of that, with Wells Fargo and this whole situation, the family was sort of shut out during that process. Wendy's ex then disclosed that he will object to the New York-based Sabrina being a guardian for the star in the Garden State since he said that she, quote, defrauded the court in representing the star in New Jersey in the first place. So I'm not an attorney, but he will have to prove that she intentionally did this, defrauded, and didn't just make a mistake. Because I don't know about you guys. I think for a lot of us that live here in New York City, New Jersey's right across the water. So for us, a lot of the times, we sometimes forget that it's a completely different state. So he's alleging, Kelvin is alleging that she intentionally defrauded in representation of Wendy in regards to this situation. So that should not make her be able to be the guardian of Wendy in New Jersey. So it continues. Kevin Sr. wishes to object to any appointment of Miss Morrissey to be appointed guardian based on her continuing fraud on the court. She has already rendered herself ineligible for any appointments as a guardian in the state of New Jersey because of her failure to disclose to the court that she is not and has not been appointed as the legal guardian of Wendy Williams Hunter in the state of New Jersey, Kevin wrote in his filing. He secondly brought up a racketeering case in which, we talked about this in a separate video, in which Sabrina was named as a defendant. Kevin Sr. claiming that the racketeering case, quote, should warrant Miss Morrissey being vigorously questioned about them and or make her ineligible to be considered a guardian in the state of New Jersey or the state of New York, honestly. So they said back in 2022, the Wendy Williams Show host bank, as you know, Wells Fargo petitioned a court to hold a guardianship hearing for the star. In their petition, the bank cited concerns that Wendy was the victim of undue influence, dementia, and financial exploitation. In March of 2022, Wendy was placed under a guardianship in New York. New York attorney Sabrina Morrissey was named a temporary guardian of the star. And if you watch the Where is Wendy Williams documentary, there was a conversation with Wendy's sister, Wanda, about possibly being the guardian. But Wanda claims in the documentary, all of a sudden, the communication, the conversation around her learning how to be a guardian for Wendy stopped, and they were completely shut out. During that time, Wendy was also absent from her wildly popular daytime talk show for the entirety of its final season. When Wells Fargo froze her accounts as a petition for guardianship for Wendy, Kevin Sr. claimed that he ceased receiving payments from their marital settlement agreement. Kevin Sr. as you know, has been fighting to get the payments resumed in a New Jersey court, but he has also pushed to see Wendy's financial records in recent years, which he says the star's guardian has refused to turn over. So guys, we're going to continue to follow this because Kevin Sr. is not going to give up a fight. But although we don't trust him, I think, if anything, this is going to put more eyes on the Wendy Williams situation, specifically when it comes to who should be her guardian and who should represent her. I still feel as if Wanda would be Wendy's sister would be a better fit right now to handle Wendy's health questions, when it comes to her finances and things like that. That's probably the only person. I don't trust Tommy. And the only reason why I don't trust Kevin Jr. is because of youth and because of some of the mistakes he's made financially, which we all make mistakes financially when we're in our 20s. And when you see his father tricking out money, I don't trust him either. But I just don't want Kevin Sr. to influence Kevin Jr. And I think Kevin Sr., even though he tried to throw Wanda under the bus, I don't think that he'd be able to influence her. And she is also an attorney. So I feel like Wanda would be a better fit, in my opinion. But I'm not a judge. Guys, we're going to continue to follow this case in regards to Wendy Williams, her guardianship, her fight against Kevin Sr. and him getting his alimony reinstated. Let's continue this conversation in the comment section. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Thanks for watching.
You bring the lighter, I got the fuse. You make a fire, I'll add the fuel.